Oh, wow.
Hi there, guys. How's it going? Hope everyone's doing well. Shauna, you liking the new intro thing? It's just
You
a
didn't
little
even
snippet
tell
of
me
something I think
about
I've
it.
used before. So yeah.
No, I never heard that. Never heard that in my life. Amazing.
Right, fine. Hope everyone's doing good. So, literally, I think I don't know if you've watched I know I said 7 o'clock slot then. The AKM Afternoon Delight. I did mention that Arne Slot's press conference is live now. So we will probably end up covering some of that over the course of the stream. But first, we wanted to go into the game at the weekend. I wanted to get Shauna's thoughts on it because I know he's not had an opportunity to express them across. And then we're going to have a look at some certain players that are doing the rounds, and Arne Slot himself, to be fair, before we finish off by doing the preview of the game for tomorrow. But before we get to that, Shauna, how are you doing? You all right? You okay? Tell the
I'm not
people how
bad.
you are doing.
Yeah, I'm not too bad. I've been working behind the scenes as the social media manager of AKM LSC.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I'm okay. Not too bad. Just busy in work and yeah, just covering the old hair because it's a bad hair day. It's always a bad hair day with me, but other than that, yeah, I'm good.
um. So yeah, I've got it all like refreshing and everything now. So if anything pops off that we desperately need to talk about, we will do. I mean, for
Callum
me,
is telling us to put the presser on, lads. So I think he's
I
asking,
don't
can
know
we
how I
put it
can do
on?
that without getting flagged.
I don't think you can.
Yeah. Um.
We
But
might look
anyway,
into that again, Callum, but I don't think we can do that in
yeah.
case we get flagged.
But other than that, though, mate, I guess I'll hand it over to you. So obviously Liverpool got beat at the weekend by Palace.
Yeah.
I guess probably one of the best ways to do it is to give you bird's eye view over it all, and then we can go into like some of the branch off topics and everything, because I think a lot of it's going to come down to player performances and Arne Slot himself, which is something we need to talk about anyway. So yeah, just off top of your head, mate, go of it. Like, how did you think it went on Saturday?
I just think it's the same evening, Carl. I just think it's the same issues. I just think we got caught against Palace. Um, it's the same sloppy passing, not been able to string a pass together. I don't know what the story is with Kirkes. I don't know what the story is with Verts. Some bad, defending. Kanate as well. Question marks over him. Where his head is at. Um, I mean, we could look at the team selection where Verts was playing. I mean, do they know where Verts should be playing? I don't know. There's a few question marks over. I'm not going to lose my shit over a loss because we're still, on top. And I know that there's some Man U fans having a great old laugh. If I could just maybe just drop a few kind of pointers there to any Man U fan, just so that they know this. Sunderland now have 11 points. Man United have had 12 points since the start of April. Sunderland just started Premier League in August. Okay. The other thing is, and you're probably seeing this guy on TikTok, that he's not going to cut his hair until Man
Oh
United
yeah, seen that, yeah.
Okay, he's going to be bigger than Fellaini because Man United have not won. The last time that they won 5 games in a row was February 2024. And that started in January 28th, beating Newport County. So, listen, look after your own shit, lads. You're in 13th or 14th. You're getting nosebleeds. We had a slight blip there at the weekend. We move on. We dust ourselves off and get on with it.
Interesting. I mean, for me, I know I've talked about it in a couple of videos now, but for me, I would say that Crystal Palace have got our number. We've played them twice, and they've beat us twice. So I think they've got our number. I don't. Let's just go into it, mate. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Let's start with the back then. So I saw some people's player ratings and stuff like that, and I think the consensus is that Kanate was the worst player on the pitch. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do agree with it.
Do you think Kanate has been playing poor for a while?
I think it's been on and off. I think he probably had 2 good games. And other than that, he's been away with the fairies. He's been running around like a headless chicken. His positioning hasn't been great. Slot said in the press conference after the game that we were kind of offensively minded. But that's all well and good. But you've got to be defensively minded to be offensively minded. Otherwise, you're picking the ball out of the fucking net. So, all right, Viscusi, welcome back, my friend.
Hope you're doing good, mate. Enjoy the rest of your shift, mate. Callum, Chiesa is just a Riga 2.0, good off the bench. When he starts, he will hardly do anything. I'm going to cover Chiesa. I'm going to try and make a safer work version. Not the version I sent Shauno. Because I don't think that'll go down well. But yeah,
all right, SSB 28, big ups.
All right, pal. I've got some thoughts about Chiesa. Bless him. But yeah, I agree, mate. I think Kanate has been up and down for a while, and I think it goes back to last year as well, like last season. I just think that we don't really have anybody else off the bench. Like, even when we made a change at the weekend, it was Gravenberch that went into centre back. They didn't bring on Joe Gomez. Do you know what I mean? I think that injury to Leone is going to be something that comes back to haunt us a lot more than we think.
Yeah. I hate to say I told you so.
Yeah. And I think all this chatter of we're not going to go in for Gay, we're not going to do it. Bollocks. Like, if what's his face? Well, he isn't he? Like, Leone's out for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Gomez, touch wood, stays fit. But even if he does, there's no way Liverpool can play the rest of the season with three centre backs. I'm not talking about Endo, Gravenberch, anything like that. I'm talking about 3 centre backs. They can't play Carabao, FA, Premier League, Champions League, 2 games a week for the rest of the season. It can't happen. We've been down this road before.
We have.
It was literally like 3-4 years ago. We've been down this road before. And it ended up we were playing fucking Jordan Henderson and Fabinho at centre back.
Yeah.
And then after them, it was Reece Williams and Nat Phillips.
Yeah.
Like, we cannot go down this road again.
we took on loan Steve Colker.
Yeah, and played him as a striker.
We played him as a striker, yeah. But that was the last title defense. Do you know what I mean? And while this summer has been absolutely mental, blew all our expectations. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was. I still felt, and again, this is why I gave it an 8 out of 10. I still felt that we needed cover, in the centre back. Now, that's not Liverpool's fault, not FSG's fault. We just didn't get Gahey. Would Gahey make a difference? I think he would have. I don't think Kanate would have got his game. I think I think Kanate would have been on the bench if we got Gahey, personally speaking.
I kind of agree. Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think Kanate's head is with Real Madrid. No matter what the speculation is, I think his head is turned and away with him.
Yeah, Callum. I do appreciate everything that they did for us, but my point is that obviously, like, they weren't meant to be playing.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, they did do well, and they got us into the top 4 and everything like that. Like, I think there's that picture in there of like Reece Williams and Nat Phillips celebrating, and Nat Phillips has got like a bandage around his head or something.
Yeah,
like I remember that picture a lot. But yeah, M87, bit unfair that new players are being criticised. Salah was very poor. Curtis lost the ball a few times when he came on. Our style of play is so predictable and makes the opposition look class. Yeah, I mean, this is what I was going to say about like Kirkes. Like, so Kanate for me, like, yeah, he was the worst player on the pitch. I don't think Connor Bradley had a good game either, but we don't really need to go into that because I think that he normally is like bob on. So, you know, if he has one off. Kirkes, I think he's been all right, but I'd kind of also lean into the fact that he has been like Kanate as well. Like I think he's had a good game, then a bad game, then a good game, then a bad. Do you know what I mean? And I said it. I think I said it to you last week. I think it's Kirkes is one of those players that had he come in under Klopp, we wouldn't have seen him for 3 months. And I think Robbo would have just been playing until, you know, like, do you remember when we signed Robbo and we had Moreno?
Yeah.
And Moreno just kept playing and playing and playing and playing until they put Robbo in. I think we'd have seen something similar to that. I mean, you know, you've lost both fullbacks, technically, starting fullbacks. You've got the same centre-back partnership, but they've got new centre, like you say, wing-backs, whatever. Kirk has been asked to do a little bit of a different job than what he was being asked to do at Bournemouth. So, yeah, I'll say I think Slot's probably got it wrong with Kirkes. I think he's trying to play him into form where I would have probably done what Klopp would have done and just stuck with Robbo for a bit. And then, yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little bit more cutthroat than that. I think, you know, if you sign for a big club like Liverpool, you should be hitting the ground running. There shouldn't be kind of this mollycoddling you or pussyfooting about the place. Well, we're going to kind of break you in. You should be a professional and you should be wanting to go in like a bull to a china shop. That's the way I look at it. If I was given the opportunity to play for Liverpool Football Club, I'd be like, give me the fucking pressure. Let's fucking go. I wouldn't be kind of wanting to be broken in like well, I won't say what I was thinking there, but I wouldn't want to be broken in. Let's go first. Let's go.
Yeah. I get it. I think he's only like 21 years old, 21 years old though. Let's have a look at some of these comments because there's some decent comments that have come in here actually.
Really yeah.
Steve Mack, Kanate has always been hot and cold player. If he wasn't next to Big Veg, he wouldn't be rated. Agreed, mate. I kind of agree with that. Again, Steve, I felt for Kirkes against Palace. He was the only player on the left. He was knackered at the end. To be fair, there is a bit of that as well because when Wirtz was playing on that left-hand side, he was in the middle all the time with Szoboszlai, and it was just kind of like, mate, stay out wide. Do you know what I mean? SSB 28, the players don't move when we have possession, very static. Again, yeah. We've always had that problem, though. We've always had that problem when a team sits deep. We don't know what to do. We give the ball to Salah and hope he can score from like 50 yards, isn't it? Englishman in town. Hope everything's well in South Africa, mate. He understands the criticism of Kanate, but I'm not going to dump this on him. Pull up the game. Stats 72% possession, 608 odd passes. We lacked imagination with the ball. Isak got no service. Yeah, like Isak's going to be one of the other players to talk about as well, because I've seen people talking about him as well. And I'm just like, hey, what you on about, man? Like,
I know.
Can't do all we know. Do you know what I mean?
I know. And I mean, again, that goes to the rival fans that put up the stats 0 goals, 0 shot. Like, we never shut the fuck up, you know?
Yeah.
But I think that's a very good comment by Englishman in town. I would agree with that.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Yeah. SSB 28, we can criticize Wirtz, but he moves and tries. Nobody is moving. And then Carl says, be interesting how they respond tomorrow. So yeah, I guess we'll move forward into midfield then. So let's go to Wirtz. Like, I all these people that are saying that this guy is going to be like a flop and everything like that. You don't become the reigning, you know, I keep saying it, defending 2-time best player in the Bundesliga 2 years running. Do you know what I mean? And you're a shit player. They're just being asked to do something that they have not been asked to do. Yeah. Like, when Wirtz was at Bayer Leverkusen, he was the main man. Whereas right now at Liverpool, it's Mo Salah. Wirtz is going to become the main man, in my opinion, when Salah, eventually moves on. But the ball always went through Wirtz. Now, it doesn't feel like to me that Wirtz has got the space that he potentially did have when he was in Germany. He has a bit more of a free-flowing role. I mean, some of the stuff that I've seen with him as well, from Wirtz when he was in Germany, I've seen him coming in off the other side as well, where Salah is. I've seen him over that way. I've seen him down the middle. I've seen him from the Gakpo side. He just seemed to have a lot more of a free role than what he's got here. And I think it comes with time. I think it comes with... it still comes with Wirtz in time. And again, you've got to remember he's a 20-year-old player. Like, give him a break a little bit at the same time as Kirkes for me. Like, we always have we've always had this thought that if you change too many things in your starting 11, it takes time to gel. And I remember saying as well when we came out of transfer window, I don't think we played that many preseason games. Like, it didn't feel like we played that many. We played 2 at Anfield, we played 2 in Japan, and I think we played 1 against Preston.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think. Sorry, go on, Adam.
And I was just going to say, like, and in them games, these players like Kirkes and Wirtz or whatever, they were playing like 20 minutes with youngsters that are probably not even at the club anymore.
Yeah.
So they've not built that chemistry with everybody else.
Evening,
again,
JT.
JT. Sorry, one more thing though. I will admit though, it does seem like Slot does not know what he wants to do with Wirtz. Like,
that's what I was going to say. I mean, when Wirtz came to the club, I mean, I was excited because I've heard a bit about him, but then I kind of thought, well, okay, so where are we going to put him? Who are we going to sacrifice so that he gets into the game or gets in the starting 11? So I wasn't fully sure where we're going to put him, and to be honest with you, I don't think Slot knows where to put him. Dropping Gapco, having him on the left. I was like, okay, well, this might be different. This might suit him. And it didn't really. I saw Fabrizio Romano, Mo Salah. He was asked about Liverpool's stance on Florian Wirtz. He says Liverpool remain very calm, very confident, and very optimistic. They know that Florian Wirtz is not this player we're seeing in the opening weeks of the Premier League. He might need some time to adapt to the new league, new life in football in England. But they have zero doubts on Florian Wirtz. They see how he is in training. They see how serious he is, hard worker. Liverpool maintain the absolute confidence in Wirtz. They will keep protecting him, playing him for sure. Arne Slot has no intention to change. The start has not been the one expected, but Arne Slot is talking directly to him almost on a daily basis to try to support him in the best way possible. He goes on to say that they're convinced it's just a matter of time before we see the real Florian Wirtz. I want to ask the chat and even yourself, Adam, isn't it a bit mental to be looking to protect this player so soon in the season that he has to justify buying him first of all, and then almost say, well, no, this isn't a mistake so early in the season? Is that not mental?
Yeah. I mean, it's like what SSB28 says here. We're in September, not April. Yeah. Rival fans are egging it on and Liverpool fans are getting baited. I mean, all them rival fans were absolutely shitting themselves when we signed Wirtz.
Yeah.
And he's played, how many league games have played? 5? 6?
About that, yeah. Let me check.
5 or 6 games. He'll come good. He'll come alive.
I think he will. And I mean, in saying that, I think, we played 6 games, won 5, lost 1. I mean, really?
Yeah.
These rival fans, although they may be clickbaiting us and what have you, I sometimes I literally want to fucking punch them in the head. All right, Doug, how are you, buddy?
All right, Doug, mate. Yeah, there SS28 there says SSB 28. Sorry, says Verts was good against Atletico. It's just English Premier League games, yeah. Different game, innit? I am saving everything that Slot's saying. I'm not reading it because I want to react to it with you, Shauno.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am saving what he's saying. We're going to cover it soon, guys. I just want to get this discussion done with about the game and some of the players that everyone's talking about. It's doing my head in. So I guess after Verts, Salah, everyone's saying that's it. He's done. Passed his best. Done.
I just think it's hilarious because it only takes one game for him to come good, and then everyone is changing the tune. Should have won the Ballon d'Or. Do you know what I mean? I mean, he can't be. I mean, look at Erling Haaland. He had a dry spell, and nobody, talked him out of the game. No one said, he's done, dust, or whatever. Mohamed Salah, I don't give a fuck about the Ballon d'Or. There's no prestige. There's no credibility to it whatsoever. I don't give a fuck about it. It's biased. Mohamed Salah is the best player in the world and the best player that we've seen in the last 10 years, in my opinion. I think the game, I think the style of football has changed somewhat. I think, and this is what I was saying to Adam, that the personnel has changed quite rapidly. So he's dealing with, two different wing backs. So it's completely different. Completely different. I mean, even the front three has completely changed about the place. So although you've got probably Gapco, but you've got either Ekatike or Isak, obviously the passing of Jota. Nobody's really acknowledging that we've just lost a favorite in the team. They've lost a good friend. They've lost, fantastic player that can come on from the bench and change a game. We've lost him. We've lost Diego. So that has an impact on the team, on his teammates. I think personally, I think we have we have a bit of time to try. We have some time to try and maybe somewhat adapt to that. That's not something that you adapt to after a funeral or after a certain period of time. That's always with you, and that's something that they have to adapt to. Now, I'm not making any excuses, and I'm certainly not using the death of Diego Jota, as tragic as it was and is. I'm not using that as a reason for us not performing, but I am kind of playing devil advocate here and making people realize that it's only 6 games into the season. The team have made massive changes in the personnel. We have to adapt to that. There are some players that haven't had a full preseason, just seeing the Englishman. But do you know what I mean? So let us adapt and see how we get on. I mean, everyone has been talking about we've not, gone into the next gear. We've managed to pull or not play all that well in the 6 games. We've managed to win 5 of them. How many clubs can say that?
Yeah. I agree, mate. I guess the point I was trying to get to with this conversation regarding players is people just need to take it down a notch.
Yeah.
Calm down. We are 6 games into a Premier League season. We are top. We got beat by a team that, as I've said, seems to have our number. They've beat us a few times now, recently. So, as I think, who was it who said it earlier? Was it JT? Something about get back on track tomorrow. Yeah, that's it. Just get back on track tomorrow. That's all.
It only takes one game, guys. It only takes one game to get back into things, and then for Mo Salah to be back in form, and for everyone to be, giving him credit and whatever. One bad game one bad game, and everyone is on his case. And then all he has to do is score, and he's like, do you know what I mean?
Yep. Sorry, mate. I'm just trying to find this article as he took it down.
I don't know.
I think he may have took it down.
JT made a comment there that like Maka had a hernia op pre-season, so
he's not fit. I think McAllister's looked way off it all season.
Yeah. SSB 28 says that the player I'm worried about is McAllister. Doug says, "Don't get me started on X. That's why I'm no longer on X." Doug,
Okay,
I fucking can't stand it.
There we go. So I found it now. Steve says that Palace are now ranked 8th in Europe.
He says, "I'm sure Palace
in some games he's played now Saturday. Probably going to have another 108 by the weekend." Yep. Yeah, we need to take Maka off. I think we need to put Jones in or someone like that just to give him a bit of a rest. So
Englishman in town says, "Haha, Sean, don't go all Tyson on me. Comments on social media I take as serious as a snow warning in the Maldives. Comment sections are a space where people just try to annoy each other." I completely agree with you, but I mean, some of the stuff that I see in social media is so stupid and pathetic. I'm sure everyone has seen it, and I literally just want to scoop my eyeballs out of my head and deafen myself because it's pathetic. So
I agree, mate. I've got these comments here per slot, right? However, what I want to start with the whole Chiesa thing with it as well, because obviously we found out that he's not in the squad that's gone to Galatasaray, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And James Pearce 5 hours ago said, now, as much as, you know, sometimes we say stuff about James Pearce, I genuinely don't think he puts stuff out there unless he's been told by somebody. I would say.
Oh, yeah.
He said 5 hours ago, and I've got it here on X, and I'll show you all now so you don't all think I'm chatting shit.
Usually his friend David Ornstein tells Pearce what to say.
Yeah. So can you see that? Yeah. So you see there, it says, let me see if I can highlight it. I can't highlight it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you can.
Understand it's a selection decision with Chiesa. No fitness issue. And he's registered to play, having replaced Leone, right? So we will now cut to what Slot said. Let me find it.
If you hear Emmerdale Farm going off in the background, I don't watch it.
So this is what Slot has said at his press conference on Chiesa. He's got a little niggle in the last game against Palace. He tried it in training today, but he couldn't end the session. So we decided not to take him because in a few days it's Chelsea. Now, who do you believe?
I don't believe James Pearce.
Really? Because I do.
Oh. No, I don't believe James Pearce.
I do.
JT actually said it there that Sloss is saying that Chiesa picked up a small injury, so not in squad tomorrow. I listen, you know my history with James Pearce. I don't like him. No offense, James. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. There is offense, James. I don't like you.
I don't know. Maybe I could be completely and utterly wrong here, but I think that James Pearce is telling the truth because when that came out, it was about 4:30, so they'd probably just finished their training session. All right, Akib, mate. I hope you're doing well, pal.
Scott has made a really good point there. All right, Scott.
Scott, have you changed your name again, mate? I think that I think James Pearce is telling the truth. I think training session's finished. The squad will have come out because you don't announce. Right, I'm going to just say, I've never worked for a football club, right? But I'm going to go out on a bloody limb, right? That you do not announce your squad that's traveling before you have your final session before you go. Because if you announce your squad and then someone gets injured in the training session, then you're gonna have to change it. Right? That's what I would say, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for the squad to be announced, for Pierce to say that he understands it's not due to injury, and then we get told that it has. I don't know, man. I think it's bullshit. I'm calling Slot's bluff there.
Well, Amirali says, I hope I pronounced your name, Slot Chiesa. He's a little niggle in the last game. After Palace, he tried in training but couldn't end it, so we decided not to take him.
That to me makes no sense, because if it was known that Chiesa did not finish that session, James Pierce would know.
Yeah, okay, so let me play devil's advocate, as I do and as I know I'm best at. Let's just face it, guys. Why would Slot do that? And what would be the damage?
I feel like you're setting me up here to say what I said to you earlier on.
No, but what would be the point in Slot or Slot saying something that's untrue, and then ruining that relationship between him and Federico? Like, if he's coming out with a statement about a player that's untrue, what must the player be thinking, number one? And number two, why say it?
Well,
do you know what I mean?
I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
I know you agree with me.
But what does Federico think anyway when he scores goals every time he fucking comes on, and then he never fucking gets a game?
Scott's calling you out here. No, I mean, look, it's all a matter of opinion.
Like I said earlier on, Sean, I will say this in a safe for work way. I don't know what Chiesa's done, but I think he must have done something behind the scenes with someone that's close to Slot, because he never gets in that fucking squad. When he's fit, when he's scoring, when he's doing all, I don't know what that guy needs to do, but he needs to do that thing that I told you that he needs to do. On every Monday, he goes in and he's just like, "Hey, mate, what do you want me to do? I'll do anything for you. Get me in this squad."
Like, to be honest with you, I wasn't really. Well, it's not that I wasn't a fan of Chiesa when he joined. I just thought this is going to be an injury-prone player, and what is the point? From what I have seen of him this season, I think, and again, God bless his soul, I don't want to be kind of using him as a comparison, but I do think he's taken the role of Jota. I think he can come onto the pitch and he can make a difference. And I think any time that he's come on the pitch, he's actually worked his ass off, whether it's assisting or whether it's scoring a goal. So I think, himself and Ekatike, I think, have played well this season. I think they really have. So I'm really disappointed for Federico. He's probably wondering why the hell he was taken off or he wasn't in the Champions League. And if it hadn't been for Leone, he wouldn't have been in the Champions League squad. So he's probably wondering what the hell happened. But I don't. Is it a case that Slot doesn't favour him? What is it the case of? Because I don't think that Slot would tell a lie. I really don't.
I mean,
I'm just having to shut the dogs up here.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Like I say, I hope that that's right. Like, I'd hate to be in that thing, and I hope Scott, calling me out. I think I hope that's correct. But just you guys that have been around here for a long time will know. I'll just say it as it is, and something just doesn't smell right here. And it might be the shit that's coming out of my mouth, but something doesn't smell right. I don't understand. And again, as Steve says there, it is the medical stuff that that probably would take a thing with it, right? I 100% get that, right? But again, I go back to what I was saying earlier. Like, if it was known that Chiesa had not finished that training session, I do think that I think they'd know. I think the journalists would know who had finished that training session. I just think that they'd know.
I don't think Pierce is as credible as you're making him out to be. I think he's lost all credibility. You know, when he went to the Athletic, it seemed to be Ornstein that has come out with all the news. And I think Pierce has gone well, not that I felt that he was, you know, this high. I just felt that he's deteriorated. He's gotten worse. So I don't really hold him with much credibility. I think Joyce and maybe Ornstein, but I think Pierce has got it wrong. I would not be able to, I can't understand why Slot would say he's injured if he's not.
No,
And
and again, that's something that sticks with me as well. Yeah.
And if he's gone and he's saying that he's injured and he isn't, then that relationship between him and Federico is a strained one. Is strained. Unless Slot is telling Pierce to put out some bullshit. And Federico is in on it. I don't know.
Well, like, I thought while you were talking, I thought I'd just have a look at I'd have a look at like other accounts, you know, other journalists, see if anyone else has mentioned anything to do with it. None of them have. However, under this one from Paul Gorst, now again, I understand is not one of the most reliable ones. Someone has put a picture up of a different YouTube channel that's in French, and it's translated to say, Chiesa is not injured. He trained this morning. He's officially registered on Liverpool's list, and this should not pose any issues with UEFA. It seems that this is just a decision by Slot, which we expect to hear about during the press conference tonight.
M87 says avoiding random UEFA drug test. Jesus. Scott says the journalists only get to see the first part of the UEFA training sessions, don't they? I don't know.
I don't know, mate. So quick, he says here. So there's another one here. I'm just looking at all like the prominent.
I'll just read through the comments while you're doing that. Yeah. Steve Max says, don't forget it's the medical team that makes a call whether a player can play or even be a sub, not Slot. Yeah, but I mean, that would have been communicated to Slot, I would have thought, you know. Scott says, to be honest, there is a difference between being injured and having a niggle. I guess, but
yeah.
You know,
I think I will.
Are you conceding?
I'll step off my soapbox.
Englishman in town.
I just, you know, if we find something out in the future, guys, remember this night. If we find something out in future, remember this night.
Remember this night. Englishman in town.
You know what else? You know what else is stuck in my mind as well? Sorry.
Go on.
Did you see that? Did you see that picture of Chiesa at the end of the game? Not this game, but the one before. And it looked like Slot had just said to him, "Oh, well done, mate." And Chiesa's like looking at him like he's God. Like,
poor Federico. The Englishman in town says, I'm going to believe our manager that has been very honest, to be fair, over a journalist. That's entire industry has become half true. Oh, fucking comment off the hour. Absolutely, Englishman. I agree there. JT says another strange decision like Chiesa not being picked even when fit is Salah taking free kicks when Szoboszlai and Wirtz are there. Has Salah scored a free kick? Robbo deflected one, was going for a throw-in. Scott says, if in a few months it comes out that Chiesa wasn't injured, I will 100% voting Adam Brewer.
Look at this. Is that picture I was on about? I've just found it. Hold on, I'll share it with you now. But this is after the Southampton game.
Let's see it.
One here.
That's pretty. Oh, that's very funny. That's very good.
Oh God, it made me chuckle when I first saw that.
A2EZ says is it just journalists trying to find issues where they don't exist?
Probably Sean would agree with you there, Akib, mate. Yeah.
I do. I mean, do you know what I mean? Like, Pierce doesn't know whether he's coming or going. Like, he'll ridicule other people very easily, when he doesn't agree with them, and then a couple of years later, he'll say the same thing that those people have been saying. So, I don't think journalism nowadays is impartial. I think it's whatever they're fed and whatever it is to sell a paper, or I mean, it's like Indy Kalia. It's like Indy Kalia. Yeah, okay. I mean, he's doing fantastic.
No. I'm not laughing at that. I'm not laughing at that.
Go on.
I'm sending you. I'm not putting that up on stream.
I may fucking read it. Here we go. I'm gonna have a look at this now, ladies and gents.
Scott says if Pierce said it was raining, I would 100% go.
Oh no, Neil. Oh no. Oh no. That's wrong. That's wrong.
I know. Isaac shouldn't be starting games. Start Cody or Chiesa, then bring on Isaac. I agree with that, Gary, to be fair.
I agree with that too. He's not had a pre-season.
I don't think Isaac would have started at the weekend if Ekitike had not been suspended.
I agree.
But it is what it is.
And what a stupid, and just so I make it very clear, because I got ridiculed by some spanner, because apparently I didn't understand how you get booked for taking your shirt off. Of course I know that you get booked for taking your shirt off. They couldn't deal with Ryan Giggs and his hairy chest when he took his off. But I understand that he gets a booking. I understand how stupid it was for Hugo to do that. And it was a stupid red card. But it is a stupid rule. And that was my point.
Yeah. I think it's a stupid rule as well. Just to cover off some rest of these comments from the press conference, Ekitike was speaking about Isaac, and he said that I don't see a club that plays with only one striker. It's good that he's here. I have a lot of things to improve and learn. So for me, it's good that he's here. Everybody at the club has helped me adapt to this environment, and I need to keep going and be consistent. That's good to hear.
Who said that?
Ekitike about Isaac.
Well, he's no other choice to say it. I mean, yeah. I mean, I get that, but I mean, yeah, he's still a lot to learn by what he did there the other night. That's
goes without saying, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Anna Slot also mentioned, we don't play football to have possession. We play to score goals and win games. As long as Liverpool have existed, they have had more possession than the other teams. I don't think you watched the Roy Hodgson era, mate. Sometimes teams are very happy to defend because they are very strong. Teams are managed so well and are so fit. It's getting harder and harder to play through. So we brought in good attackers who can help unlock those roadblocks, but it is never easy for any team.
I mean,
can I just, before you react to that, Sean, because I just think you need to let that digest a little bit. Do you not think sometimes that Slot uses a lot of words for things that are just easy to say? Do you not think that sometimes he sat there, like, right, Anna, you've got a 30-minute press conference, mate. You've got to do it for 30 minutes, and he'll be like, right, okay. So you see the sky outside, it's blue, but it's not just any blue. There's a blue that you tinge it together with another color, and it turns a little bit lighter. And then sometimes clouds come, and when the clouds come, it's no longer blue, it's grey. And if it's going to rain, sometimes the clouds will be darker. If it's going to snow, there might be white, but it's blue.
I think he's done a bit of a Michael Owen in that comment. We're here to win games and score goals. Well, yeah, of course you are. So that's a bit. I mean, look, I love Slot. I absolutely adore him. I never thought that a manager coming in to replace Jurgen Klopp that I would even take to. But the minute he did that opening press conference, To me, I always call him the Dutch Rafa. I have plenty of time for him. He's done fantastic there last season with a team that wasn't his. Is the test now this season with his team, with the team that he has picked out? Is this season a real tester for him? I think it is.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. This is 100% a test from him now. It's his team, like you said. So he needs to either, I nearly said shit or get off the pot, but that sounds like he's going to get fired. Like, he's not going to get fired.
No.
Let's have a look at some more of these. Sorry, mate. Go on. Steve said, since we've signed Isak, we'll sell him in 2 or 3 years, which makes him probably about 30, 31 years of age. And then Ekitike will be the main man. He's there to bring Ekitike to the elite level. Not bad shout,
Quite possible. Yeah.
Scott, I know you were about to say this one. Thought you was talking about your eyes then, Adam, for a second. To be fair, the only reason why I started talking about Blues because I looked at the screen and saw my eyes. Akib reckons that Ekitike will be a lot better than Isak. So far, he looks like he might be. You know what I mean? You can't argue with that, can you? So far.
Yeah. I mean, I did say A2EZ that I think it was as important, if not more important, to get centre backs as it was to get Isak over the line.
Yeah,
I still stand by that.
I agree, mate. Make sure you're hitting that like button, guys, as well. While I'm just trying to find the next bit.
Make sure you share it as well.
Where was it? Oh, there we go. So I don't know what this is about. There must be some sort of record here or something. But he says that Anna said that he wasn't aware of his record. In my 170 games now, when we go 1-0 up, I have managed. What the fuck does this say? I wasn't aware of my record. In my 170 games now, when we go 1-0 up, we usually what? I have managed 2 very good clubs, always playing in the top end of the table. Players always win. We have added 2 number 9s. How I should say this is the right way. Because of an anonymous tragedy with Jota, we had to bring in 2. We always thought we'd replace Darwin Núñez, but we had to bring in 2. We have always looked for very good players, but it was always clear to us from the start we wanted these 2. That is harsh.
That's very harsh on poor Darwin. I love it. This is what I love about Slot, and this is why I disagree with the fact that, could he be lying about Chiesa? I think Slot is very blunt and very honest, and I don't think there's any bullshit about him. I really don't. So I think if Chiesa's had a niggle, he's had a niggle. But I mean, Jesus Christ, throwing poor Darwin under the bus, that's brilliant.
Do you not think his thing that he did when he was calling out that player against Palace? Who was it? When he said that someone was too busy trying to attack rather than defend.
Frimpong, yeah.
You thought it was Frimpong?
It was Frimpong, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Salah.
No, it was Frimpong. Because Frimpong tried to get there was 2 going in to try and get the ball, and he lost his marker, and that was the guy that scored.
Nice, that makes more sense then. I literally thought it was Salah.
No, Frimpong.
Akib says my eyes are not that blue in person. Mate, will you stop giving away trade secrets, please?
Has he met you in person?
Yeah, Akib works with me.
He works with you. Oh, right.
Yeah. Scott, Darwin catching strays all the way in Saudi. Oh, Darwin. And then Anna again said, win, lose or draw, if you want to compete for trophies and wear a Liverpool shirt, you have to give your all and play with good football. We conceded so many chances against Palace, so we can improve, and those things I will show them tonight to the players. I'm guessing he's going to show the mistakes they made against Palace. I don't know if some of this stuff that I'm reading right is just not being copied right, or if Slot's English ain't as good as I think it was. I think it is.
I think when you're translating everything that he said, like it's like, you know, when I'm talking, I say it's like, or I say basically, to kind of break the sentence, and if I'm trying to think of what I'm going to say. So I think that's what's probably what's happened there. I don't
What
know.
was that thing? What's that saying you come out with? And I said it to you over there, and I was like, "Fucking hell, you're rubbing off on me."
Was it basically, or
No,
no? It wasn't basically.
no, it was something like I can't remember what it was now. I said it to you over a voice note, and I can't remember where it was now.
I don't know. I mean, I've heard someone say, which I thought was funny. Ah, is this yourself? I don't think I've ever spoken like that, but there you go. Is it yourself there?
If he's showing the mistakes from the palace, they won't be going to bed till morning. Scott says, I watch most of his press conferences and he does have to double check English words quite often with the press officer. All right, okay, makes sense then, mate. Makes sense. Last one then we've got from this. So this is Arne Slot speaking about defending. I don't know why I laughed then, sorry. For me, defending is only a small margin. Oh, we never would have guessed that. One of our strengths was one of our strengths has been to keep teams away from our goal. I've changed that there. And that starts somewhere else, not defenders. We have conceded 4 goals from set pieces, so we have changed fullbacks, but we have changed a bit more. The goals we conceded, I will look back in detail, but the first thing that comes to my mind is not the new fullbacks are the problem. We need 11 players to work incredibly hard to stop chances, but you can work as hard as you want. But set pieces are a different game inside the game. I'm literally reading this word for word. We hardly conceded from set pieces last season, so we have to prove we have been unlucky with that, because that can happen. But we definitely have to improve, because I see teams who win the Premier League games because of set pieces.
Yeah, I agree with that. He said set pieces quite a lot, but I get that. Like we are conceding from set pieces a lot. We need to be. I mean, corners we need to be a lot stronger as well. But I mean, it is defensive issues. It is defensive issues, without a doubt. It's defensive issues.
No, Akib, she's asleep, mate. She's asleep. I showed everyone at work. I showed everyone at work today. Nah, she's asleep, man. I don't want to wake her up because she's been asleep for a bit now. I guess then, Shauna, to finish off the little stream we're doing, I want to do a predictive 11. So
I guess Chiesa won't be in it.
So if you want to think of what you think is going to happen, I'm literally nearly finished mine right now.
So who are we playing? Galatasaray, aren't we?
Yeah.
Did it.
Right, I've got mine.
Guys, while we're doing this, let me know what your team selection is.
Yeah, everyone come up with your team prediction. You want to see the kitten? Okay. One moment. Hey. Put your back. Come here.
Scratch the fucking eyes out. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, look. Adorable.
SSB 28 has come in and said that people are accusing Slot of lying and being dishonest with Chiesa.
Are people actually doing that?
I'm guessing that's just on X.
It's because of him. God.
I'll show mine now if you want. If you're
Yeah, go on,
plugged in.
go ahead, because I think I have this fucked up. I don't know.
Cool.
Go on,
Right.
yeah.
Big club, big egos, big players, big politics. SSB. Good shout there, mate. Where was I doing? Oh yeah, sharing my screen. Bear with me. Boom. So that's the lineup I'd go with for tomorrow night. I think Allison obviously keeps his spot. I think Frimpong comes back in. Gomez, I start over Canate. Virgil obviously has to stay because we've got nobody else. Robbo comes in for Kirkes with Gravenberch, Sabozlai, Salah, Verts, Gakpo, Ekatike. I think Steve's got pretty much the exactly same team as me there. Hold on. Yeah. So Steve's got the same team as me. Gary Richards has gone with Gomez at right back and Curtis Jones as well. Yeah, good shout that. Curtis Jones, good shout. Scott,
So
what's
I've gone slightly different. So I've got Mohamed Ashvili in goals. Give Allison a break. I've got Bradley at right back. I got Gomez and Virgil and Robbo.
Yep.
I've got Jones, Gravenberch, and Slaboslai. I've got Verts on the left, Salah on the right, Ekatike up front.
Okay, so not too far off. Yeah. Okay. Scott, Ali, Frimpong, Carol from the canteen, Virgil, Robbo, Dom, Gravenberch, Vert, Salah, Hugo, Boss, and Gakpo. So pretty much exactly the same as mine, apart from Gomez. I've got Gomez in over Carol. M87's gone with Bradley, Virgil, Robbo, Kirk. Do you know what, M87? That's not a bad shout, is that? Because I was actually thinking that on Saturday. I won't lie. I was thinking, is he going to bring Robbo on at centre back and leave Kirkes on?
Yeah.
We did that during pre-season, didn't we?
Yeah,
that's not a bad shout, that at all.
I think he definitely Slot needs to kind of change about the centre back, because I think there's too much complacency there. I think Canate feels that he can relax a bit because there's no one really, challenging him for it. So yeah, I think that's a good idea.
And Virgil, to be fair as well, can't play every single game, can he?
He can't, but I mean, yeah.
So
you
maybe
think
that? What
sorry,
about Robbo Gomez at centre back?
Yeah.
Fucking
let's go.
Akib said he'd start Isak over Ekatike, given that it's Galatasaray. Don't get me wrong, I don't think Ekatike plays the full match. No. I think Ekatike might play
60 minutes.
60 minutes, then you bring Isak on.
Yeah.
Like I said, I literally think Isak shouldn't be anywhere near the starting 11 for a while. And the only reason why he played against Palace is because of what happened with Ekatike.
Yeah, and I think, if you want to break in a player, I think it has to be Isak, because he's had no preseason. He didn't do too well in the international break, and he's not match fit. So I think, obviously, the whole thing with Newcastle, that was, and I did say this at the start. I thought, okay, well, what sort of player are we bringing in, and is he match fit? So I don't think we're going to see the full potential of Isak until he's 100% match fit.
I agree. I agree with that, to be fair, mate. I really do. Scott says Robbo and Gomez away in Europe at centre back pairing, brave lads. Doesn't Oshiman play for Galatasaray as well?
I tell you, Scott's giving you some hardship there today, so he is.
It's fine. It's fine.
Who's Carl from the? Am I missing out on that joke? Carl from the canteen.
Carol from
the canteen. Have I missed something out there?
It's like the dinner lady. He'd rather have the dinner
lady. I know
lady
it's the dinner lady, yeah, but
but he'd rather have the. I'm having to explain this to you. He'd have the dinner lady play over Canate.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. I thought that this was a nickname for some player or something. Oh God, I'm gonna go now. Okay. Art Carroll.
I'll have a little quick refresh, see if there's anything else that's come out from the press. I don't think there is. I think we've got pretty much everything written down here.
He's saving the best players to face Chelsea. Yeah, that's a good show.
No, I think that's pretty much it then. So I guess before we go then, Shauna, shall we give our score predictions for tomorrow's? Based off that starting 11 that I've just put out there, I am going to go with... I can't see Liverpool keeping a clean sheet, so I'm going to go with 2-1. Akib, I'll be jumping on shortly, mate. I'll put you both back in your place.
I don't know who Chris is, but poor
Chris is someone else from work.
You guys should be working. I like this A2EZ. You can come on more often. I think it's an opportunity for Verts to shine. I think in these European games he seems to be playing a lot better than the Premier League ones. I think it's going to be his game to shine, and I think it's going to be 3-1 to Liverpool. So I agree with A2EZ. 3-0. Sorry, 3-1. 3-1.
Yeah. M87 says 6-0, big statement win. Steve says 2-1, Ekatike, Gakpo. Scott says with Carroll in defence, we get a clean sheet, 3-0 win. I don't think anyone's actually cottoned on to the fact that Shauna didn't know who Carroll was.
Oh, come on. I thought, listen, it's been a long day. I thought I thought Buttigat. And I did. I genuinely thought that this was a nickname for one of the players that I didn't cop on to. So I apologize. You know, SKB can't always be SKB all the time, you know?
No, yeah, so I'll go 2-1. You've gone 3-1.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens tomorrow.
I'm hoping it's 3-1. I hope it's 3-0, but like we need to have a clean sheet to kind of boost up the confidence. I think it'll do the world of good for our defense, so people aren't honing in on it a bit. I'd love to say 3-0, but I think we'll still concede. I think we'll, you know.
Just to put it out there. Oh, it's an 8 o'clock kickoff again. Fucking hell, man. I was just gonna say, like, we could jump on and do like a reaction afterwards, but it depends how late it is. A quick one just before we go then. Quick question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a chance that Mamardashvili starts over Alisson?
Well, this is what I picked. I picked Mamardashvili. So yeah. I think it would be a good idea for him to start. Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea for him to start. I think as much as there is a case to rest Virgil, I think there's as much of a case to rest Alisson. You know.
Okay. Yeah, not bad, mate. I don't think it'll happen, but I do agree. Like, it needs to happen at some point. So, and
you need to give him some game time.
Doesn't think so. Alisson starts. Yeah. I think I can't see it happening, but he needs game time at some point, doesn't he? So we'll see.
It's going to be a tricky game. It's going to be a tricky game.
Tricky game, especially with Osherman as well. So we'll have to just see who he goes with as like the centre back partnership. But yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. So it's an 8 o'clock kickoff tomorrow, guys. May do a short live afterwards. I don't know. I might just put a video out. I don't know. We'll see what it is. Englishman in town says 8 p.m. for you guys, 9 p.m. for me. When you guys move your clock, it becomes 10 p.m. starts. And Osherman's out injured. I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
Good shout. Good for pulling us up on that. I didn't know that, mate. But yeah, thanks for everyone watching. Make sure you've hit that like button on your way out. Put comments in the stream as well, like afterwards. Let us know if there's anything that you've missed out on, anything and stuff like that. And then also, Shauna, I'm guessing you've got something you'd like to mention?
I do have something to mention. We're working on a new partnership at the moment. Nothing is signed, sealed, or delivered. We have a few I's and a few T's, a few I's to dot and a few T's to cross. But I have to say, guys, the membership is only $1.99 to $2.99 per month, and we're a Liverpool channel that likes to give back. And for our VIP members, they're in with a chance every month. They enter a draw. We pick the winner from that draw, and you get a prize. And then obviously our quiz, which is every month, and at the end of the season, whoever has the most points wins a star prize. But I have to say, and I forgot to mention this, if you are part of the VIP membership, you will have watched an absolute legend of an interview between Martin and Adam, and it gives you I suppose, an outline of what and who Adam is and what the AKM stands for. Where did that originate from? But it also gives massive detail as to how Adam is so good at what he does, and unbelievable interview. And it was I was hooked onto it the minute I turned it on and watched it throughout. Didn't have any breaks or whatsoever. So really good interview, very honest, and fucking way better than mine. Raging. So yeah, have a look at it.
Yeah. If like I said, I've said to you before, guys, like it's on there. It will eventually go public, but it's going to be way down the line. So yeah, if you want to become a member, as Shauna said, it's $1.99. Get to watch it now. If not, it will become free at some point. And I aren't even cutting anything out because I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't care.
But look, I mean, it's you being honest, and it was a fantastic. And I mean, there was stuff I learned about you that I didn't know. So, and it just goes to show that he's not one of these gobshites that goes onto YouTube and talks a lot of shit. He backs it up. He's stuff that actually backs it up. So check it out, folks, because that was by far was one of the best interviews I've seen on the After Hours. Hopefully there'll be a lot more. But yeah, it's fantastic. Really good, guys. So check it out. All right, Red Man's Low. You've just missed out on the stream, but you can watch the replay. MR87 says we'll be joining and supporting your channel. Much appreciated.
Thank you, pal.
Much appreciated. And it's only $1.99 per month to $2.99 per month. I mean, you wouldn't even get a cup of tea for that.
Not nowadays, no.
Not nowadays. Not even a scone.
No, probably not now. But yeah, right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll be back again, obviously, next Monday. And yeah, maybe live again tomorrow night. Quite short. We'll see what happens. It's going to be a late one.
We'll be doing the quiz, or not the quiz. We'll be doing the monthly draw as well at the end of the week, won't we?
Because it's the first on Wednesday, isn't it? So yeah. if we'll have a chat off stream, mate. We'll have a
yeah.
All right then, guys. Thanks for watching. And oh, there we go. New M87's become a member. Thank you for that, pal.
Nice one.
Appreciate it so much, mate. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you all have a good evening. M87, leave a comment on that interview thing. Tell us what you think, what you think of it and stuff like that. And yeah, we will catch you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.